Kathy from Arizona. One of my favorite memories was the day that we went to Isejingu, which is a shrine that was south of our town, and we weren't quite sure what we were getting into. We heard that if we hurried, we could get a train in 20 minutes and find this shrine. So we raced out to the train, and when we got to the train station, we had a considerable difficulty explaining where we wanted to go, but we made it. Luckily, once we got to the town, it was well marked, and the shrine consisted of two parts, both just beautiful grounds with vast areas of green and huge tall cedars, and then all the buildings that were dark wood. So it was very beautiful and very non-touristy compared to everywhere else we would have been. So it was peaceful. We enjoyed the first shrine, the outer shrine, and then decided to take the bus and find our way to the inner shrine. And so we went to the other shrine, which was even more beautiful. By then it was beginning to rain, so the skies were dark, but we continued on, deciding that we wouldn't melt in the rain. And we looked at the whole shrine and we're heading back when all of a sudden some guards told us to get out of the way. And we looked up, and first we saw a few monks coming, and they did an evening prayer ceremony, it seemed like, with amazing amounts of bowing, up and down, up and down, up and down. And then when that finished, we thought we were done, and we started back a little further down the trail, and we came to more guards who made us move out of the way. This time we were met by a monk in white beating a drum, and behind him came a procession of about 50 more monks, and their feet were the drum sound coming up the hill. We weren't quite sure what the ceremony was that they were celebrating, but it was just an amazing spectacle in this dark sky and the green around them, and then all the monks in white robes with their yellow umbrellas. It's something we'll never forget.
Hello, I'm Letitia from Kentucky, which I have found out is very famous here because they know about Kentucky Fried Chicken. I have two good memories. The first one was when we did go to the Isa Shrine and the piece of the water. There was an area there where the waterfall, and then the water came to a stream, and that was the only night that I have slept through the night. So it was something about the peacefulness of there that calmed my spirit. My second favorite time was going to the elementary school and finding a little girl there from Kentucky. I was having lunch with the second graders, and they were speaking Japanese, and I was just smiling and nodding. And then once we got finished, we went to the balcony, and the little girl says, I'm taking ballet. And then I was shocked, and I was like, you speak English? And she said, yes, I'm American, I'm from Kentucky. And so then I was even more excited to find out that I had come all these miles just to find a neighbor. And that's my memory of Japan.
Hi, I'm Rachel from New York. My favorite memory is making a connection with some Japanese people. At the Mie University, we met a very interesting professor named Hitoshi, and he started emailing with me. We exchanged business cards, and we were chatting back and forth online, and it ended up with a dinner invitation for Friday night. So he and another teacher and one of his best students met us for conveyor belt sushi, and we sang even at that table and had a great time just exchanging cultures. And then we talked them into singing karaoke with us. So we walked down the road and had a great time singing Japanese karaoke with Japanese people. It was a lot of fun.
Hello, I'm Chris from Florida. Very happy to be traveling with everyone in this beautiful group. I'm so glad that as part of our stay, in addition to being at the schools, we're here staying at a Japanese-style ryokan. Very unusual to have this experience. We saw monkeys, wild monkeys colonies today. We got to go hiking, and we enjoyed the waterfall. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Eric from Portland, Oregon, and we're here in the ryokan outside of Yokkaichi. Last night we had a great time doing karaoke. I think it was the first time I've ever done or seen karaoke performed in traditional Japanese yukata and kimono, which was slightly restrictive. But I think the Japanese style of karaoke is usually more subdued. People usually sit in their seats and calmly sing without getting up and actually performing, much different from the American style that I'm used to. So I think we kind of had a hybrid Japanese-American style of karaoke last night. Traditional Japanese garb, but a more outgoing, I guess I should say, style of American performance on the karaoke stage. It was a great time. We were all there, and we closed with a rousing rendition of Mr. Roboto, dedicated to the people of Japan.
Hi, I'm Shelley from Arkansas, and I think one of the most memorable experiences I had was learning to make sushi. We went to the market and purchased eel, which I've never done, and then we came home and she taught me how to saute it and then how to roll it into sushi. And then she had friends over from Portuguese, so I got to visit with people from Brazil and Japanese people, and our languages were all different, but somehow we managed to get through dinner, had a great time, lots of bira, sake, and great sushi. It was wonderful.
I'm John from New Jersey, and I'm going to share with all of you what my host family did with me. We went to Matsusaka, and I'm going to show you that because the whole little town is a museum. It has samurai housing, the remains of a castle, and it's most famous for its merchant's town. The same family that has been holding their store there since the Edo period still owns the merchant town area and still is selling their blue cloth, which Matsusaka is very famous for. So that's what I did with my host family. Thank you.